FightHype.com, J.R. Cebia here with Richardson Hitchins. What's up, man?
What's up? Nothing, just chilling. Got a great workout in. Now just ready to go home and relax.
What's the date of your fight?
November 1st on Showtime.
You have any idea of who the opponent's going to be?
Yeah, I know the opponent. Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson. It's up on Box Record, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 7-1. A solid opponent. He should be a solid opponent. Best opponent on paper so far. So just see what he brings to the table and just go out there and do what I do.
Is he actually going to show up this time, or?
Yeah, he should. He's living in Vegas. I hope he do. He promoting the fight he promoting the fight. So I mean, it's great. It's gonna be a great stat card.
I asked you that because the last time I think I saw you out in Baltimore, the last guy didn't show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up, but he said because he wasn't getting paid enough or whatever the case was. But on to the next.
I saw on Twitter Tank was up in here a few days ago, whatever, helping you out. Is he gonna be doing the whole camp with you?
Yeah. He gonna be working with me for the whole camp, just working with me, staying in camp, staying in shape, and just starting off his camp to get ready for his fight coming up in December.
Right. So before we get into the fight and the future and all that stuff, man, I wanted you to, because I've read a few articles, seen some interviews, I wanted you to kind of like touch on what got you into the sport, you know, just your upbringing in general and what brought you to this point thus far.
I used to be somebody, I just always liked fighting. So coming up, my mom, like when income tax money came around, she used to get me in karate, like a karate school to pay for. But like I always knew in the back of my head, like she could pay for it while the income tax money was there for the first 2-3 months. But after that, I couldn't be consistent with like karate or whatever. I wanted to do UFC. So like I Googled boxing. I used to watch Floyd, so I always got into boxing. I always wanted to box.
Right.
And then in the hood, all you do is throw your hands, like slap box or whatever. So I'm like, I want to learn how to box. So I was like probably like 12, 11, like 11, 12. And I found this boxing gym. My old coach, his son was boxing. I'm like, yo, if I know how to do this into somebody in the street, I'm gonna be deadly. I just wanted to do it just to fight in the street. When I came in the gym, I fell in love with it. Like I fell in love with like just hand wraps, like the way the hand wrap, just little stuff was so cool to me. Like how hand wraps, the boxing gloves, the smell of the gym. And actually, a girl taught me like my first boxing move. When I first came in the gym, it was like a little Mexican girl. She showed me how like to throw a jab or a simple punch. And then I met my old coach, and he told me I had to be in the gym every day. Ever since that, I started seeing all the other kids in the gym, B-Hop, Shushu, Nikita, and they became like a brother to me, like a Julian. Like it was just like a brotherhood. I started coming to the gym every day just to be around like my brothers, and I just felt like it was like a family. It was like a family thing going on. Started going to tournaments, won my first national, and after that, I see Marcus Brown Olympics. That was like my goal, my first and foremost, and like my short-term goal to make it to Olympics. Then from there, it was just like I just want to be great in the sport.
And when you touched on the upbringing, you know, growing up, maybe a little bit less fortunate than some other people, whatever. Well, I'm gonna ask you two questions about that. One. Because they're probably gonna kill me in the comment sections for this, but it's not. There's something more to it. When you were growing up poor, did you know that you were poor?
Yeah. When I was growing up poor, I knew I was like poor because a lot of like I had to like I remember they had like I was just thinking about this because like you know sometimes you have memories and you just forget like just the little things. Like I remember back when I was younger, it was cool to play with WWE toys. You know, like John Cena and all them. And it was a store across the street that used to always sell them. Like I remember I used to have like me and my friends used to go steal from the store to like steal the wrestling toys, or just like I remember like growing up and just having to like steal chips and stuff like that, or people having like new sneakers being out. And I used to have this friend, and he was like one of the flyest dude because he had like all the Jordan sweatsuits, all the new sneakers and all that. But I couldn't get into that. Like, and I used to like my mom used to give me like $2 every day for school, so I remember I used to have to do the math. Like if I save $2 every day, I probably can't get these sneakers in September, but I might be able to get them in November. So like just little things, little memories like that. I knew like I was messed up because a lot of things that I wanted, I couldn't get. Like and I remember having to sell water. Like when I was a kid, I made up a hustle. Like I had to sell water like every day. I'll use that money to like buy a PlayStation. I help my mom with like little bills like her gas or electric bill, give her money and stuff like that.
So what you would buy? You would like go buy the water wholesale?
Yeah, and sell it like sell it for. I'll try like if you look like you got money, I'll probably sell it to you for $5. And I know they gonna give it to me because I'm a kid. So I was always smart. So like I'll come home with like probably like $200 a day. So it was like $100 cents an hour. So I was making money. Like I was making so much money to where like the grown ladies in my hood was like, yo, I'm about to start doing this. Because I was like 9 years old and I was coming like with a lot of money. And I was helping my mom out. I was buying Chinese food for me, my mom, my brother. So that helped us. Like little things like that helped us out a lot. But then I would like, once like the school year started, I couldn't do it. Like it was like a summer job. Now I was like kind of embarrassed. Like I'm like, damn, I want people in my class to know I'm selling water. Like, I'm gonna look like a bum.
Right.
So I kind of used to go far away to sell water and stuff like that. But just little things like that. Like
the only reason why I asked you that was because I grew up under similar circumstances, and I didn't know though.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't know that I was poor, and maybe this is my own experience. I was talking to my boy about this the other day. Until after I moved out of my town into like a little bit of a nicer situation, and I saw what everybody else had, and it dawned on me like, oh shit, I was poor.
No, like I get what you're saying, because like once I got into boxing, that's when I knew I was like messed up. Because a lot of the kids in my gym, like they was in good situations. I had like Christopher Kolber, like B-Hop.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and him was close friends. So I think we clicked a lot because we was like one of the only kids in the gym that was coming from the same situations. Like we both was like didn't have nothing. Like all the other kids like Shushu, Nikita, and all them Julian. They had houses. They family had houses. They had parents that could pay for them to go to tournaments and stuff. We was like trying to keep up in the similar ways. So we bond a lot through that.
Wow.
And like just like I remember I had bed bugs in the house one time. B-Hop was sleeping over. He seen a bed bug. He got it. He's like, yo, it's a bed bug. I didn't know what a bed bug was. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I mean, the next day, like B-Hop jumped. He did like it was like 5 in the morning. He like, I'm going home. I ain't staying here. I had bed bugs before. I know what this shit do.
Brutal,
yeah,
bro.
he like, I ain't break this shit. He put his stuff in a bag. He took the tray home, and I remember the next day I was embarrassed. I'm like, Mom, like we gotta change the mattress, but she like, I can't switch. I don't got no money to change the mattress. So we had to sleep with bed bugs and being bit up for like a minute. Like I remember my brother legs was like bit up. He used to go to school and be mad black marks on his leg. This little stuff like that, and we had to stay on that. And it was a 1-bedroom apartment, so we had to sleep on. I remember ACS gave us like a double bed. They gave us a double bed, and it was like the single bed. So sometimes me and my mom, my brother would sleep on a single bed, and my grandfather would sleep in the double bed, the trim mat, like the thing that go up and down. And then I remember I used to beg her like, you gotta sleep, you gotta change the bed, But she was like, nah, we gotta sleep in it because I don't got no money to change the bed. Just hard times like that, like they used to just like let me know, like, damn, I ain't got it like all these other kids.
So what's your relationship now with money? You know what I mean? Like having came into maybe a little bit of at this point. Like, what is you a big spender?
I spent a lot. Like I spent a lot of money because like I spent a lot of money, but I try to help like my brother. Like my brother, he's fortunate because a lot of things that like even when I see him giving $40, $20. I remember getting $1 from somebody in my hood was like crazy. I got $1 from you, like I was appreciative. Like when I see somebody in the hood that when I know they gonna give me $1, like I was happy to see him. I know he about to give me $1. Then my brother, he good. He get like $300 sneakers from Flight Club, little stuff like that. Like if I have a fight coming up, I make a good amount of money. I'll go take him shopping. I'll probably take him shopping for about $600-700 just for him, just to have clothes or whatever. So he don't really need my mom for nothing. Like little stuff like that, I can spend and help out. But now that I got a little money, like money I got now, that's like you put like even when I first had my first $10,000 check coming out the Olympics, that was like everything to me. Like damn, like, I have $10,000. Like I never even had $1,000. Like I have $10,000, so that was like. So now that I'm making money, it's cool. Like it's cool, but I know now that I got successful friends that it's a lot more to come. Because I look at Gervonta and Adrian and like people that's making more money. I'm like, this ain't nothing. Like, I know I'm about to make a boatload of money, so I just stay humble.
That goes right into the next thing I wanted to ask you, right? So it's you, Tank, and Shakur, right? I would imagine from back in the day, and I guess you mentioned Chris Kolber too.
Yeah.
That were probably the tightest. That
no, it used to be me and Shakur and Chris. Like me and Chris was like we was like really close because that we was like we came up like in boxing together. We started boxing. We learned the sport together. just everything about the sport. We learned it together. Shakur was kind of been in the sport. He been with somebody that been in the gym. I met Shakur like when I was probably like 13 years old. When I first started boxing, but we got close like around 15, 14, we got close, and ever since like I've been like a close brother to me. Like, and we also bond too, because he was coming out the same similar situations as me. He didn't have his family, didn't have money. He was like just a kid, just boxing. Like he was. So you know, when you a kid. And when you a kid, like you bond with people like that, cause it's like if you got a friend and you know he fucked up, and he willing to share $20 with you, and he know you ain't got money in the tournament, and he's sharing it with you. You looking at him like a brother. Like I mean, Shakur, he had like this little credit card. His mom probably put like $80 in it for him to go to a tournament, and I'm like, yo, bro, I don't got no money, like, cause I spent all my money to get here. I sold candy to get here, so I gave all my dollars away to get on a flight, and I was sleeping on the floor in Shakur hotel room, cause he had like a sponsor. They gym had a sponsor, so I remember he was sharing money off the credit card with me. He's like, yo, bro, don't worry, I'll split it with you here. You get this, you get that, and then we make it weight regardless. He's like, yeah, we gonna stretch this. So we got close from that. Like I knew he was like a genuine person from that.
So with those guys that you mentioned, those names, right? You got Shakur, who, if all goes to plan within the next month, could be looking at a world title shot.
Yeah.
Looking at being a world champion.
Yeah, this one.
You got Tank. You got Tank, who's won it twice at this point. You got yourself within the next 2 or 3 years, who is on the cusp of getting into fights like that.
Yeah.
Chris Kolber, the same thing.
Yeah.
And all people that came up under very similar circumstances. Like, you ever think of that? Like, what are the odds that the people that I came up with, that I'm friends with, that shit, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, you could all be somewhere on the pound for pound list? You ever think about that?
Nah, I never thought about it. Cause I always knew like we could fight. Like coming up, we was always like B-Hop was always like, even though B-Hop like through losses, or when I lost or Shakur lost, I always knew like these are people that I could fight. I always knew these are people that's gonna be special in the sport, like, because in boxing is, you gotta have skills, but you gotta have character. Your character is what defines you as a fighter. They always had the character of somebody that was gonna be great. Like I always knew these people was gonna be somewhere in life, so it's no surprise to me.
Speak on your relationship with Floyd a little bit.
I ain't really. To be honest, I'm more close to like. I'm not really close to Floyd like that. I'm more close to like Leonard. Like Leonard, me and Leonard talk a lot, but Floyd don't really have like a impact in my career. Like that's not somebody I call, or I feel like I can call and ask for advice. It's cool, like it's cool to like be signed to him and all that. But Leonard and like Gervonta and people like that, them the ones that really like give me advice and stuff like that in my career. Like I don't really speak to Floyd like that. Floyd helped me out a lot though. I ain't like, he changed my life, like as far as like outside the ring and helping me out financially and stuff like that. He helped me out to like he helped me out more than anybody I ever knew in life helped me out. But I'm really like closer to like, I really got advice from like Terrence Crawford, Gervonta, Leonard Ellaby, people like that. Like them type people.
It seems like, at Mayweather Promotions, a fighter that's 9-0, like they're pushing you. They're giving you a big push at this point, maybe more so than a lot of other promotional companies for a guy that's 9-0.
Yeah, and that's because Leonard believed in me a lot. Leonard Ellaby, he believed in me a lot. He believed in my skills, and he believed that I'm gonna be a future star. But at the end of the day, it's all about the work you put in, just the work you put in the gym, and just having that drive. Like my main goal was to, when I got in the sport, was to let people know I'm here to be great, and I'm for real. I'm not here to win the 1 world title, 2 world titles. I'm here to stay, and I'm here to continue winning my whole career and make a big impact on the sport. And I just feel like having that confidence and that self-belief in yourself, you're gonna need that every step of the way to know where you're gonna be at, and to let people know that's where you're gonna be at. To know where you want to be at, and let people know that's where where I want to be at, and that's where I'm gonna get to. You know what I'm trying to say?
So if it's my first time, never seen you fight, I checked FightHype.com. I checked this interview out, and I said, damn, I like this guy. I want to see what should that person be expecting from you come fight night, or if they're looking through your catalog of fights, what kind of fighter are you? What is something that maybe we haven't seen on TV yet that we should be expecting to see?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm a great boxer. I'm a smart boxer. I'm a smart fighter. I'm a good boxer. I'm a great boxer. And just as the years come, you're gonna see. I feel like fighters like me that we get better and better as time go. I'm a student in the game. I learn this. I know the sport. I know the sport well. It's a lot more I gotta learn, but I know the sport well. So I feel like I'm just a smart fighter and just an exciting young fighter. Right? So whatever comes, whatever I have to do that night, I'm gonna do to get the job done. And my goal is to always dominate. If I could go in there and dominate, I could. If it's a fight that I gotta dig deep and do what I gotta do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I'm gonna get it done though.
Now talking non-boxing related stuff, anything that fans need to look out for, anything else you got going on, your Twitter handle, your Instagram handle?
Everybody follow me on Instagram at Richardson Hitchins, RICHARDSON HITCHINS. That's my Instagram. My Twitter, he is Richardson. And just keep looking out for me. November 1st, my first TV debut on Showtime. It's gonna be a tremendous show. I just want all the fans to definitely tune in, because this is the beginning of something special, and I just feel like the world gonna finally get to see my talent and what I can do.
Hey man, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Thanks a lot, bro.
All right, appreciate it.